Some food out here for the fish. Good morning, everybody. Gotta feed my pond fish. The duckweed has spread like crazy. There's only a small area that is not covered because the pump, the sponge filter, the filter is keeping it away. But the rest of the surface is completely covered. So I am giving away, or not giving away, selling some duckweed. Hi, hi, fishers. Trying to open it up a little bit so I could see them. So much duckweed. They want to eat. I think I might go and get their food, so just give me a second here. See that? Be right back. Actually, let's do it this way. All right, I'm gonna go get the food for the fish. All right, so basically, I am going to give them a cube of bloodworms and a cube of mysis shrimp frozen. I'm just gonna drop it on in there and it'll thaw in the water, and then they have that in there. I'll have to run back in and put this away though. Otherwise, all of the rest of these will melt. It's like popping little. Oh no, I dropped it on the floor. Little ice cubes of bloodworms and mysis shrimp. There we go. I've got a couple people in here, it looks like. Hello, hello, good morning. Just giving the fish their food this morning. All right, and then I'm gonna go and put this back. Can't have it thawing out. All right, I am back. Boardman, aka Kenneth Oakes. Good morning. You are the first one in. How are you doing? I had to buy thunder shirts for my dogs this year because the fireworks are scaring the crapolas out of them, which has never happened in previous years. So, thunder shirts to the rescue. So, I got one for the smaller dog yesterday, and then we discovered the bigger dog having just as big of a problem because she happened to be outside yesterday when my husband was downstairs hooking up our new washer and dryer, and people were setting off some fireworks, and she kind of damaged our front door, trying to let us know that she wanted to come back in. I was at work, so I didn't know. But he was like, she wrecked the front door. So clearly she has some issues with fireworks. I'm doing all right. I'm tired. I worked 12 hours on Friday and 12 and a half yesterday. And then even though we're closed today, since I work with animals, the animals still have to be fed. So this morning I showed up there at 7:30 in the morning, cleaned the entire dog wall of like 20 dogs, cleaning up all their kennels, feeding them, and then someone else was feeding the small animals and stuff. And then we left. We were there for a good 2 hours. Um, and then tonight, somebody else, thankfully not me, has to go back and feed the dogs again. So, yep, I'm I'm tired, but I specifically said that I would work entire days, open to close, Friday and Saturday, because I'm not going to work the rest of the week. I cut my hours. Good morning, Angela. Granted, tomorrow I am going in for a short bit, probably like 20 minutes, because 6 of the puppies need vaccines, so I have to do that. Um, there's nobody else there to do it. So I'll be going in just long enough to give them their vaccines and then head out again. How are you doing, Angela? And we lost like 2 people quit on us, and then the one out of 2, we have 2 cashiers, 2. And of course, the one of them is like, can anyone cover for me? Because the schedule just came out. Can anyone cover for me? I'm not in town. Like, are you serious? We're very, very short staffed. You're only one of 2 cashiers we have, and you're gone. Like, you're gone. Like, what are we supposed to do? Who's going to cover you for you? We're short staffed as it is. And I literally did cut my hours for a purpose. I didn't cut my hours so I have more availability to cover for people, you know? A little stressed out, Angela. A little stressed out, a little tired. But it's all good. It's all good. Whoop, that was just my coffee thing. That scared the dog a little bit. She's so on edge about fireworks that every noise sets her off. She's like, oh my God, a noise. Oh my goodness. It's okay, Bella. You can relax. Any plans for the 4th today? Any going to see fireworks or anything like that? I'm just going to be trying to keep my dogs calm. Yes, this too shall pass. In the meantime, it's a stressful mess. But hey, it's all good. At least I'm not management and don't have to be the one to figure that out. Oh, sorry, I lost my connection for a wee second. I think I blacked out, probably buffered. There we go. I still have to post my devotion for this morning. I recorded it right before I came live. Recorded my devotion right before I came live, and now I've got to post it. Hey, Nez! How are you? There goes my wind chimes. The breeze has kicked up, which is nice, because it is very warm. Getting ready to post this. How are you doing, Nez? Remy is doing great. My poor husband. Oh, it keeps buffering, you guys. I'm sorry. When I got up, he just assumes, hey, it's time to start the day. So he starts squawking, and my husband's trying to sleep. I'm like, hey, you wanted him in this room. When I start getting up and around, he thinks it's time to get out and have some fun and talk and everything. So I had let him out of the cage thinking, okay, he'll be quiet because he's out. Oh no, he just decided every now and then he was going to fly around the room and have some exercise, and he doesn't fly quietly. He squawks the entire time. My husband was like, shut up. So I was like, let me put him back in the cage so he doesn't dive bomb you. And I was like, I'm sorry, you wanted him in this room. And now that he's in this room, you're going to have to deal with when I wake up in the morning, he bases his time of noise on me. And if I'm up and around, so is he. So, oh my goodness. I want some. I have eggs, but I don't have anything else. I need to go to the store. Granted, I was up at 6:30 this morning because I had to go into work to feed the animals and clean them up. Because even if we're close to the public, the animals still got to be cleaned, still got to eat. So did that, came back, collapsed on the bed for like 20 minutes and just shut my eyes. And I'm like, okay. And then I got up again. Here be Rabbit, and I'm assuming you're Trevor. I was kind of getting that vibe the other day when I went live. Yeah, they're all my babies. Like right now I have Bella, my I was gonna say my puppy, but she's 6 years old, sitting out here with me. I had to buy her a Thunder shirt yesterday because she is petrified now of the fireworks. They never bothered her any other year. So, bought her a Thunder shirt yesterday. And it turns out my other dog, who's bigger, is now scared of them as well. She's destroyed the front of our door, freaking out over it. So today, even though we weren't open, the manager allowed me to bring a Thunder shirt for her home that I will just pay for tomorrow. Because, yeah, there no other year were they bothered. Hey, Bella, come here. Hey, hey, hey. Nope. Shush. As you can see, there's dogs walking by, and I forgot that you guys just saw me walk through the camera. But yeah, you saw doggies. You can't run after them. Yeah, all my babies. But yeah, so now they're suddenly scared of fireworks. She thinks she's a big talker. You stay here. No running off. No running off. You be a good girl. So Friday, it was a long shift. It was a stressful shift. It did go fairly quickly. But in some ways, that wasn't a good thing because I had so much to do. I had so much to do. And then our cashier had called off for the evening, and management wanted to pull me from kennel for the evening and put me on as cashier because I know how to do it. And I was like, I'm sorry. There is absolutely no way that that is possible. I have way too much crap to do. Way too much. So they had to figure it out on their own because I was like, I can't. There's way too much for me to do back here. We just got new animals. I had to do all the paperwork. And then after that, I had to catch up on all the stuff that I didn't do that morning because I was doing all the paperwork and, you know, checking in all the animals and all of that. Like, that's just not a possibility. I can't do cashier too. Plus, I just spent the morning sweating my butt off, covered in poo. You know, I'm not exactly presentable to be cashier. That's just no, no. So it was a stressful day. Yesterday was a 12.5 hour day, but it was a little less stressful. But it also felt longer. Ooh, I could totally send you a pic. I would love that. I would love to have a picture of him. But yeah, I could totally find. I take pictures of my animals like crazy, so I've got a picture somewhere. Yeah, the fireworks are really doing a number on my dogs. So yeah, I got a Thunder shirt for Bella yesterday, and then today the manager let me take a Thunder shirt home for Brinley, and tomorrow when I go in, I'm off tomorrow. Wow, the traffic just got noisy. I'm off tomorrow, but 6 of the puppies need vaccines, and I now that I am taking over some lead kennel duties until we get another kennel person, the corporate showed me how to do the vaccines. So I'm going to pop in there probably between 9 and 10 in the morning, be there for, 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes to stab them all with vaccines, and then I can leave. Let's see what I missed. Life lesson. Never try to learn new things outside of your primary job to where you can Yeah. See, and that's the thing. I cross-trained so I could do cashier and kennel. And when we're short on something, they try and have us, put us where they need us. But they did have to figure something else out on Friday because I was like, there's no way that's possible. Friday's too busy for kennel to take them out of kennel. It can't, no. But yeah, most of us there are cross-trained in something so that we can help out where needed. But, there's just days where you can't pull a person to something else because it's too busy. I would love that, Nez. I would totally love that. I would love a painting of a lot of my animals, to be honest with you. I've got my dogs, I've got my rabbit, I've got my bird, I've got my guinea pigs, I've got my snakes, I've got my bearded dragon and my leopard gecko. I've got a lot of animals you could paint. You could totally have practice painting animals. I've got a lot. The street you're looking at is a side street. I live on a corner, so what you're not seeing past that house across the street and the car is the main street. And it may just be not very busy right now because it is Sunday morning. Usually it is a busier street. Bella, you stay here. But this street here that you're looking at is not as busy. It's just happens to be a side street. So all the traffic you're seeing or hearing is coming from the main street. Oh, I would so love that. I'll even pay you something. Like, I don't expect something for nothing, but I would absolutely love that. And actually, my son's birthday. Like, here's a request, if you don't mind. My son's birthday, his 19th birthday, is on the 8th. And he just recently, well, he has pet rats just like I do. And there's your noise. um, he's lost since the beginning of the year, he's lost 3 rats. And his most recent one was just a few weeks ago, kind of like mine. I would love painting a painting of at least his first rat. I know that he's partial to all his rats. He loves all his rats, but his very, very first one, Raina, she was not a fancy rat, she was a Rex. And it was his very first one. Got her when she was 9 weeks old. And she passed away when she was a little over 2. And he was devastated. And I would love a picture of her for him. Hey, Barry. But yeah, and his most recent rat that passed away, he was also devastated over. He spent a lot of money on her because she's had 2 surgeries. But she was getting older, and even she had a tumor growing back. He'd paid to have one removed, but it was growing back, and then she passed away about 3 weeks ago. So he's devastated about that too. But Raina, for sure, I know that was his first baby on his own. So he does draw. He does draw. He doesn't paint, but he does draw. But he tends to draw things that, like, he learned some things like his dad does comic book characters and creates his own characters and, things like that, superhero type of deals. And my son draws more like characters from the games that he's into and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, I will. See, I don't want to lowball you. That's the thing. Like, give me an average of what, I don't want to lowball you. I hate I hate when someone is selling something and they'll be like, just give me your best offer, and I'm like, no. I'll either screw myself over, say offering too much, or I'll screw you over by not, like, insult you by not offering enough, and I don't want to do that. But my son definitely doesn't get his drawing ability from me. I can't draw to save my life. Half the time I can't even make a straight line with a ruler. So he got his artistic abilities from his father. His father is a graphic designer, but in his spare time, he's done freelance comic books and stuff. But he doesn't want a capybara. He actually has another rat. Um, there was a male rat in our feeder bin that was a Dumbo, and it was a Dumbo rat, and I'm like, oh my gosh, why is it in our feeder bin? We don't sell Dumbo rats as feeders. So I took him out. He's the cutest little thing. My son does have another male, but he didn't ever want to be with another male. So, because we had tried pairing him with my male, and when it was in his cage, his rat beat up mine. When it was in my cage, my rat beat up his. So we're like, this may not work, but try it out and see if they're going to mesh. And after a couple of attempts of bonding, now they're fine. So he's got 2 boys. He's only got 1 girl left, but since they can get really depressed and lonely and get sick from that and die, and his remaining rat is 2.5 years old, I was like, please take one of my rats home, one that she has lived with, because she can't be by herself. She'll decline very, very quickly on her own. So he took one of mine home so that she's not by herself. Let's see. Hey, Trixie, how are you? I'll do that, Nez. I will definitely. How big would it be? I guess that would be a question too, like how big would it be? Like a 5x7, 8x10, like, that kind of deal, so that I kind of have something to go off of. I don't even know what crypto is, to be honest with you, but I have PayPal, so that works. What is crypto? I don't know. I don't know, babe. Would it be easier to get featured? It's probably easier to do the features when it's bigger, right? And then, if possible, um, depending on what I can send you or whatever, I'd even be willing to be like, okay, here, this is what I want to give you, but this is what I can afford right now. So I'll give you like a payments or something, like, here, take this little bit right now. And the next time I get paid, I'll send you some more, kind of a deal. Huh. Digital currency. Love our ears? Our ears? Yes, my ears help me to hear. Yes, I love my rats. I do. And I actually took in a couple that were my coworkers. She was lead kennel at our job, and she had quit, and she had two rats. One of them was our resident kennel rat, that was a feeder from a while back, and had escaped the bin and basically lived in the kennel. Nobody could catch her. So she just lived back there for good long. I think they said when I started there 2 years ago at the end of May, and she'd already been loose in the kennel for about 6 months. So she's almost 3 years old. So she's definitely slowing down and showing her age. And she asked if I would take her and her little buddy in, who's also older. And I was like, that's fine. So I've got them upstairs, taking care of them in their senior years. Probably won't have them very long because, like I said, the one is definitely, she's almost 3. She's showing her age for sure. You're having a barbecue today? I'm assuming that we are too. My husband's here, so um, he'll probably be barbecuing. I don't know if my son's coming over or not. I kind of hope he is. I haven't seen him in a little bit. I haven't seen him in a minute. Excuse me. How have you been doing, Barry? I haven't seen you a lot. Oh, prayers for your daughter. That's no summer colds or summer illnesses, period. It's too hot to not feel well. Because when it's too hot, that alone can make you not feel well. When I first moved here, I wasn't used to the humidity because I came from Canada. I'm a Canadian. um, I'm an American citizen now. 8 years ago, I got my citizenship, but I was born and raised in Canada. I lived there for 23 years. So when I moved here, I was not used to the humidity, and I couldn't eat. Like, I'd be hungry, and then I wouldn't have an appetite at all because it was just way too hot. I didn't like it. He's been told he has to do it once a week. It did not get done this week, but typically he's supposed to do it once a week, because even if the grass itself is not getting long, the weeds always get longer than the grass. And we were like, we do not want to get a weed violation, so just go over it and get the weeds down. Keep the grass low, but get those weeds down, because no weed violations for us, please. Oh, cool. So you're not that far from me, Nez, because I'm in Indiana. I am in Indiana. I am about 3 hours from Chicago driving, 3 hours from Chicago, 2 hours from Indianapolis in Indiana, obviously. Where are you working at, Barry? I think you told me at one point in a comment, and I don't remember where you're working. It's a little bit humid today, too. It's been humid, but where I'm sitting, at least there's shade from the garage because this property is a weird setup. Obviously, you can see the back of my house right here, like right here. This is the back of my house. But I am sitting at the side of the garage. So when you like this is the side of the house, the side street here. You come out here and then you come out here and my garage is over here. And this is technically not my backyard. This is just like the behind the house and there's concrete that I'm sitting on. And then my backyard is on the other side of the garage. It's a weird setup. Weird setup because like seriously, if you had little kids and they were playing in the backyard, you can't see them because the garage is in the way. It's really odd. I can't see my own backyard from where I'm sitting. I'm just in between the garage and the house because I feel like I got a little bit more privacy in here than I do sitting in my own backyard. Are you in contact with them a lot? That's good. Okay, Frankenmuth. Okay, Frankenmuth and Saginaw. Can't say I've ever been there, but I've been through Michigan on many occasions because actually when we drive to go visit my family in Canada because they're still there, my entire family still lives in Canada. Um, which I haven't been able to see them lately because the border has been closed. Um, but we would always drive through Michigan. We would stay we would drive through Michigan and we'd usually stay overnight in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, and then cross the border the next morning and drive the rest of the way. That house was actually for sale right before we bought this house. And I had it on my list of houses to look at, but it sold before we had the opportunity. It didn't look that good at the time. It has since been resided. It used to be gray with an older siding, but the people that had owned it um, have done a really nice job with it. Bella, you stay here. There's a stray cat. Our community cat is wandering, and she noticed. It's a cat that will not reproduce because their community cats are spayed or neutered, and you can usually tell if it's a community cat by their ears because they usually tip one of the ears. So they basically like snip the tip of one of the ears off. You stay here, the cat's coming right over. He's not shy. Hi, kitty. Do you see him, guys? He just wandered by, Bella. You stay here. That's our community cat. I always feel bad for him in the winter. I want to open up the garage and let him in. You're you're fine, Barry. It's all right. Yeah, Frankenmuth is German, which is I actually am part German. My mom's side of the family is German. My grandparents um, immigrated from Germany in the 50s. My grandmother is still alive. She is 95, living at home by herself still, but she has family come in and help her with some things. Like she loves to garden, so she's not doing it as extravagantly as she used to, but she still has a garden. She loves to talk about it when we talk on the phone. Um, that's her passion is gardening and crocheting. She loves to crochet, but that's getting a little bit more tough for her hands and stuff. But she always would sew, crochet, garden. Right now, he's literally in this house, probably still sleeping, to be honest with you. He was sleeping when I came out here. But we're both like ready to get him out of the house. Oh, you can see the top of Bella's head. The top of Bella's head. Yes, it is. I should probably lower this a little bit and then she'll be in the shot a little more. There she is. There's the Bella puppy. I groomed her on, oh, well, now you just walked out of the shot, you goofball. I groomed her a few days ago, and every time I do, I'm like, this is why I don't groom full time anymore. Can't stand it. She makes me not want to groom because she drives me absolutely insane. My grandmother has made me Afghans. She'll do granny squares and attach them all. She'll crochet granny squares, crochet or like and attach them all together and make. She made me a nice Afghan out of that. She had done sewing projects when I was younger and made me like stuffed animals, like this bunny that's dressed and oh yeah, she was always creative in making us stuff. She doesn't do as much now, but yeah. All right, Nev. Have a good day. Good to see you and prayers for her. And I'll get with you about the picture and stuff. Yes, I saw you graduated, Barry. Congratulations. How does it feel to be out of school? Now you're an adult and you have to have responsibilities. Ooh, the sun is starting to show up where I'm sitting. Getting warmer. No, not it. They don't celebrate the 4th. They celebrate the 1st. July 1st is Canada Day, pretty much just like July 4th for us, where we celebrate Independence Day. They celebrate Canada Day. Um, but theirs was on the 1st. So they did their big celebrations, fireworks, and all that jazz on the 1st. But at least I get paid now. It's true. Just gotta be responsible there because otherwise they will let you go and find someone else. We are still hiring at our place because we stay here, Bella, because we are constantly having people quit. The kennel person that I trained that quit, it was her niece that was cashiering, and she quit yesterday. Like, serious. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Soon as the kennel person left, I'm like, they're family, you know. And sure enough, she quit. It was a bummer. So now we only have 2 cashiers. Remy's great. He's good. As talkative as ever. Trying to see if I can hear him. If I listen carefully enough, I might be able to hear him. He's upstairs in our bedroom, but it doesn't mean that he can't be heard through the entire house. Plus oh, I think I just heard him. Plus, since we have a window air conditioner, the sound comes out more. So every now and then I'll hear him squawk. Right now, I just kind of hear the birds out here. Get me a job at your pet store, Passion. I'm sure it's just a 3 to 4 hour daily commute. As long as you can be, you got to open every morning. So you're going to have to be there at 9 p.m., 9 a.m. Get to driving. We do have a salesperson that commutes an hour. She lives an hour away. She lives in, I know she told me. Mm, she's not in Warsaw. She's in, I forget where she told me. On the route from here, the route to Chicago. She's kind of on that route, and I can't remember what town she said it was, but she commutes. Which is a bear for her when she has to open, and it's also a bear for her when she has to close because then she has to drive home after. All right, Barry, it was good to see you. Have a good 4th of July. I'm gonna have to move my chair because I'm starting to sweat right here, sitting in the sun. There's a bunch of dogs across the street. You're being a good girl, Bella, just sitting there listening to them make noise. Good girl. Ah, I needed this time to just sit out here and relax. And after 2 busy days, 2 busy long days, I definitely needed it just to sit out here and relax. You guys are going to give me a copyright strike with your loud music. I remember I was working with a girl years ago at a fast food restaurant. And there was a girl who made that over an hour. Oh, for minimum wage. No, nope. It's got to be better paying for me than that. The worst my commute has been was uh, probably 20 minutes, something like that. For a while, Ian was doing the 45-minute drive when he was living with us still and driving to work. 45 minutes for him, but now he lives right close. But I miss my boy. We just got, it's exciting. This is exciting. And this is how you know you're an old adult when you get excited about a washer and dryer. We just got a washer and dryer, a new washer and dryer hooked up yesterday. And there is an app for your phone where you can control your washer and dryer from your phone. The other things in the house too, we can control the TV and stuff like we don't have if we can't find the remote, oh, it's okay. We can control it from our phone. But the nice thing is I could put a load of laundry in the basement, go onto the second floor to my bedroom, sit there, do whatever I'm doing in there, and the app will keep me updated on how much longer the cycle is for the washer. It'll tell me when it's done, so I don't have to keep going to look. And then when I switch it over to the dryer, it'll do the same thing. It'll tell me how long the cycle is, when it's done. And like last night, my husband was doing laundry, so I think he just wanted to try it out. But I was like, what? Did you throw something out in the dirt and It's dirty now. Gotta wash it. Um, but I was sitting upstairs after I got home from work, and he was talking to me, and he was like, "See this?" And it was like, "Oh, it says it's done. Go remove your laundry." So that's really cool. And then yeah, you could do the same thing with the TV. So my app is not connected to the TV yet, but it is for my husband. And of course, my stepson was watching TV, and he was like, "Watch this," and he turned it off. He turned it off from upstairs, and shortly after that, the app uh, notified us that the TV was turned back on. And I'm like, "Do it again. Turn it off again. He's gonna think that the TV's on the fritz." Like, I was like the small things that amuse me. Like we could just mess with him. I got to get mine connected to the TV too. But that's the nice thing too is, I mean, I guess it's just made for lazy people. And they do have apparently window air conditioners that'll run on there as well. So we can replace our old one that we have in the living room. And that would be another thing. Like if he leaves the house and my app says that the air conditioner is running, I can like throw the gauntlet down, and then I don't have to go all the way downstairs and turn it off. I can turn it off from my phone. When we get one. We don't have one yet. I was like, we need one for every room in this house. Yeah. I'm like, do it again. Do it again. I was like, when you go downstairs, it's gonna be like, Dad, the TV is not working properly. Keep shutting off. Oh, I had a long couple days, Kay. I have to get my amusement from someplace. I'll show you how much this duckweed has spread since I made my video. Like, even it has spread even more. Look at this. Oh, there's my rat cage. The rats can actually come out here and hang out in that cage. This is a citronella plant, you guys. It smells like citronella. So instead of getting those candles and stuff, just get a plant. It smells like citronella. But here, look at that. This is the only spot where it's not covered. Oodles and oodles of duckweed, and this is water lettuce right here. So that'll grow as well. But I'm telling my friends, I'm like, if you want some duckweed, I will scoop some out, give it to you. I got plenty in here. So sometimes I just take this water lettuce and I go, ooh, so we can open it up. There's my crawfish. He's a blue, can we see him? He's a blue crawfish. You see him? Kind of hard to see. He's in there. I think he moved. Nope, he's still there. Anyway, whew. Yep, that duckweed has been growing like a weed. Yes, it's a blue crawfish. He in the store he retails for $30. I got him for like 22, but still, he's an expensive creature. But and I learned that dwarf frogs do not mix with crawfish because my crawfish killed him. He decapitated my dwarf frog. So no dwarf frogs are going back in there. But anyway, saw you said that you had to leave, so I will see you later. Have a great fourth. Yeah. Take care. Ooh, I've got to move out of the sun. Scooch over here into the shade. Man, I'm too old for this heat. Too old for it. To get the rats out and I can just hang out right there. Hey, Miss Southern Belle, how are you? He doesn't have a bedroom. He sleeps on the couch in the middle of everything. So when he sleeps in for ever, yeah, it's kind of annoying. I am not young. I don't feel young. My body tells me otherwise. Why do I feel like I'm still sitting in the sun when I move? Move over. Whoops. My stand. There we go. There we go. We'll just move over a little bit. We'll just move over a little bit into the shade. How you doing, Miss Southern Belle? I was absent from Facebook, from YouTube the last 2 days because I worked 12 hours on Friday, 12 and a half hours on Saturday. I was tired. I was very tired. And then I had to get up super early this morning and go in just long enough to feed and clean because we're closed, but animals still got to eat and be cleaned out. So that got done, and then I came back here. Bella, where'd you go? Bella, you guys got invited to a doggy birthday party. It's funny because it's not until like December. I was like, oh, when's his birthday? December. I'm like, oh, you're planning way ahead. But Bella's invited to a doggy birthday party. There will be, what are we looking at? Oh, that's just my side street. I can actually move the camera so we're looking at something more interesting. Like, let me see. Let me see. I know this should flip. Of course, it's not going to flip the right way. I think it turned. There we go. So here we go. There's my tub. Kind of really, it won't zoom in though. That's the sad part of this, is that it won't zoom. But there's my tub. Look at all the duckweed. Well, now I gotta stand up to look at the comments. In the shadow of my chimes that I bought. I could totally like put the camera on the rat cage if the rats were out here, but they're not. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the doggy birthday party. So, she said that there's going to be dog-friendly cake and ice cream. We actually do at work sell cake mix for dogs and ice cream for dogs. So she'll probably get it from there because she'll get a discount. She doesn't work there anymore, but her boyfriend does. So they'll get a discount on cake and ice cream. And it'll be dog friendly and have a lot of fun. You're getting invited to a birthday party, Bella. Yes. You had green cereal? Ew. I have to clean out the sponge filter again. I had done it not that long ago, but getting kind of icky again. Oh, this duckweed. And this is a water lettuce. That'll grow bigger. It's just a baby off of a big one at work. There's a lot of Java moss down there. See, I don't know if you can see my fish or not. I can see them, but I also have a closer up view than you. I wish there was a zoom in feature. Hear that, StreamYard? Zoom in feature for the video. Would be handy, would be very helpful. I've got baby guppies in there. They're doing good. Keep seeing my shadow while I'm trying to read the comments. Whew. I don't feel like I caught up on my sleep yet. You had apple cereal? It was green? And this over here is a citronella plant. Keep away the mosquitoes. My husband was like, "Are you afraid the mosquitoes are going to bite your fish?" And I'm like, "No, but I don't want mosquitoes laying eggs in here either." But with the water movement, it's not stagnant, so that should help. But this plant really does smell like citronella, like a citronella candle. Probably what they make the candles out of. It's got the same smell. So it's going to do the same thing and repel mosquitoes. So yeah, I got this at Walmart. Nice. It's a nice looking plant, but it is citronella and it smells like a citronella. Can't remember what I paid for it. It was like, let's see, I think the price is still on here. It was $11.74, but not too bad, I think. I don't know where to hang it. I might just cut the hanging part off. Don't really have a good place to hang it. Boy, I am wearing a tank top and I'm sweating, guys. Whew. Now, this was in the shade when I first came out here, but it's good for the fish to get some sun, keep the water warm. Although I do have a heater in there, but right now it's unplugged. Yeah, I can't tell from the picture if you can see my fish or not. Every now and then they swim past the openings. So there's one. It looks almost like the same color as the duckweed, but was one of my fancy guppies. Where are you going? But they're doing good in there, guys. I got fancy guppies, Endler guppies, mollies, and most recently a couple of swordtails in there, and a crawfish, and two cory cats, and bristlenose pleco in there. Hey, Susan Lee. I was going to say Susan Bell. Hey, Susan Lee. How are you doing? Because I saw Passion and Bell. And so I was like, Susan Bell. My brain is tired, just so you know. Not quite thinking clearly after 24 and a half hours of work the last 2 days. And I was there for 2 hours today. So 24 hours of work in 2 days. And I also am excited because Friday my snakes ate. And I tried for the first time a live mouse for my youngest ball python. She was the only one that was still eating frozen thawed, because when she was younger, she was scared of things that moved. So if her food was moving, she wouldn't eat it. She would just act scared of it. So I was like, well, I got her in January, so she's older now. Um, I still feel like she's so small, but it's probably just because I keep looking at Kina and Lucille and seeing how much bigger they are. Um, but so I was like, well, let's try a live mouse today on Friday. And I put it in, and it took her all of 2 seconds to grab it. So we have graduated to live. She did it. And then Boo had to graduate to a small fuzzy because we didn't have any pinkies. So I found the smallest fuzzy possible, and she had that. Ooh, tuna casserole. A tuna casserole salad. Mm, yum, yum, yum. Making me hungry. Oh, now Bella's going to freak out. Did you hear that boom? It's okay. She just came closer to me. It's okay, baby. It's all right. They're not going to get you. Being scared of fireworks this year, huh? It's not nice. It's okay, baby girl. Those loud booms when they're closer, they scare me too. Makes me jump. Mm, nice. I'm pretty sure my husband's planning a barbecue, like planning to barbecue, but he hasn't said anything to me about what or anything. But it's just basically going to be us and my son. If he decides to visit, I should probably text him and find out if he wants to come. Although his dad probably already snagged him, and he'll tell me, "Oh, I got plans with dad," which is fine. I mean, I don't want him to feel like he has to choose. But I miss my boy. At night, since I don't have any holes drilled in this for drainage at night, and even I gotta add more water because it's evaporated some. But I usually, when I know it's gonna be a really rainy day or at night, I cover it. I just take this and I do this, and then I sit plant on top, so it doesn't blow off. But that'll keep, when we've had some heavy rains in the last couple of weeks, it keeps this from getting too full and overflowing. So for the majority, there's an overhang up here too, so that helps. So that's been keeping my tub from overflowing since I haven't drilled any holes. But it is getting, because the water used to be up to here, which is why there's like stuff stuck here. So there's a good couple of inches that it's evaporated. I'll need to add some more. It's very nice out today. Nope, shush, shush. Look, you just moved my camera. Well, I know. She's barking at the neighbor. Nope. You be nice. No, barking. No. Hi. No barking. Ooh, it is warm. Warm out. But I am very much enjoying just sitting out here and not doing anything. And even though I'm going into work for about 20 minutes tomorrow to give vaccines to puppies, um, I don't have to literally work again until Friday. So that's nice. That's going to be nice for me, like to get things done around here, work on my own mental health. Um, and I think my husband said that he was going to be, even though he's going to be out of town, he's going to be only a few hours away for part of the week. And I can actually go and spend a couple of nights so that I could see him. And that was my whole reasoning for cutting my hours, was being able to go and see him so that we don't have a long distance marriage. Um, Going to see him for a little bit. I could take Bella with me because he said that if he knows I'm coming to see him, he will make sure he gets a hotel room that allows dogs. So Bella can come, and just got to give my animals enough food and water to last them. If I'm going to be gone longer than a couple of days, then I probably would disperse them among people I know so that they can be babysat. But um, otherwise, a couple of days they can manage. Um, Plus, my stepson is here. I don't completely trust him to feed all my animals. Dogs and the cats is one thing. My animals is completely another thing. But as long as I provide them with enough of what they need while I'm gone, they'll be all right. Oh, thank you. And that ferret that had hurt her, that had gotten hurt and returned, got purchased, got hurt, got returned. I have fallen in love with her. Unfortunately, now she's not injured anymore, so she's back out on the floor for sale. I want to find out how much of a discount I could get for her, because when she was injured and corporate was talking about just giving her away to somebody, my husband actually said I could have her. I was like, you're kidding me, right? Actually said I could have her. And then the vet went and fixed her. She had a dislocated spine. So he fixed it. He rang her out like a little washcloth and fixed it. Now she's good as new. So I'll have to pay for her now. But I'm hoping that they'll still give me a decent discount. He's not willing to pay for her, but he said if I have the money to pay for her, that's fine. He saw her yesterday. He held her, and he likes her. So she's very, very sweet. And I have a cage and everything. Got it for free. So I want to find out this week because the ferrets are retailing at our store for $300. So I'm really hoping that I can get at least half of that off. But I said it's very important when you ask corporate. I told the manager it's very important when you ask corporate about it that you specifically say it was the ferret that had the spinal injury, because maybe that'll persuade them to give an even bigger discount. But we'll see. Because I absolutely love that ferret. I've been calling her Stella. And he was like, no more animals that need to be babysat when you're out of town. But like everybody that I work with would be like, they're always like, I'll babysit so and so. I've got people that want to watch my bird, want to watch my chinchilla, want to watch my rabbit, want to. I've got people lined up ready to babysit animals. So I'm like, it's not going to be that. It's just going to be time consuming to get them all to their places. For when I do go out, I'll be having all this time. Like, take this animal here, take this animal here. That's going to be the tough part, but the time consuming part. But at least I know that they're being watched. Ah, the breeze. Loving that breeze. I'm gonna try another camera angle. I don't want to stick this on you. Let's try. Ah. Well, I just wish that I could zoom in. It's not really what I wanted, but oh well. It is what it is. You can't see the street sign, so that's good. Welcome back. Oh, bad internet. This week, now that I know that I can stream mobile from StreamYard, I didn't know that until a few days ago. I can totally go to the nature preserve and walk it live. I'm looking forward to that. Just walking it live. Okay. Yeah, since I have more time off now, if I'm not out of town, I'll totally like go on my walks, take you guys with. I can't promise that the connection's going to be awesome, but we will see. It's worth a shot, right? Our little spindly tree right here. We had a beautiful big tree there a few years ago, and the city took it down and gave us that stick. This spindly little thing. It takes it a while to even get its leaves in the spring. Just looks like a dead stick half the time. Hey, Mr. Doughboy, how are you doing? How's it going? Boardman, aka Kenneth Oakes. Good afternoon now. How are you? Happy 4th. Yes, the beautiful view of the back of my house and the side street. What's unacceptable? What? What's unacceptable? Woo! It is very warm out here, and I feel like I gotta move again. I'm in the sun again. I keep moving out of the sun into the shade, and I'm continuously being in the sun. It's getting warm. The sun was nice, or the shade was nice. The shade is leaving me. It'll come back. I mean, I'm in between the house and the garage, so it just means that the shade from the house is leaving, and then soon we'll have the shade from the garage. Oh, today's Lisa's birthday. I'll have to pop in on her and leave a comment and say happy birthday. Might snow. Good Lord. Snow. It's too warm here for that. Love the sounds of the birds. I wish there was no traffic. So I kind of wish I lived on a street that wasn't busy. This side street obviously is not busy, but the main, wow, I gotta talk over my wind chimes. The main street gets busy. Kind of wish I lived more off the beaten path where you didn't get that noise. But hey, it is what it is. Woo, I'm sweating. It's warm. Woo, I love the sun. Oh, she's in the shade too. The shade keeps moving on us. See if I can move over some more. Pretty soon we're going to be hugging the house. Huh? We're going to be hugging the house because it keeps moving. Oh, it's better. It's better. A little bit better. I'm looking forward to trying a stream while I walk on the nature preserve. I think that would be enjoyable. Bee! There's a bee. Go away. Okay. Good that we have bees. It's not good when they come near me. Says the person who's wanted to do beekeeping, but I'm not able to because we live too close to the street. It's got to be so many feet from the street on all sides, and it's not possible. So no beekeeping for me. And no ducks or chickens. Because I've wanted chickens too. No chickens in city limits. So, boo hiss. But then the idea of moving makes me sad because I have beloved animals buried in our yard. A space for three. Hello, how are you? How are you doing? I bought games, you guys. I bought games. One evening, I have to come live and we need to play games. I've got Wheel of Fortune and Family Feud. They were like $3 at Walmart. They're just card games or whatever, but totally can do the puzzles with you guys. Kind of excited. I still have my tr uh, truth or uh, liar, or you are a liar. That's what it is. You are a liar, where you say whether or not a statement is a lie or the truth. Um, Now I've got Family Feud and Wheel of Fortune, so I'll have to give those a try one evening. I used to actually have, when I was younger, I used to actually have the Wheel of Fortune board game. You stay here, Bella. She sees the neighbor. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. I think it will be. I was looking for other games that we could play too, but too many of them require it wouldn't be something that's possible to do live. Like it would have to be in person. I was looking for games that can totally be played live without you physically being there, but not a possibility on a lot of them. A Space and I have met before. We have definitely met before, but thank you. And actually, this house across the street here, not only had it been for sale when we were getting ready to move into here, or when we were looking for houses, ours was for sale and that one was for sale. And I had put that one on the list of looking at, but then someone had put an offer on it. So we didn't get to look at that one. But that was where we got Brindley. There was a family living there, and their dogs had babies, and Brindley was one of those babies. So that's where we got her from. And they've since moved a few years ago. But that's where we got Brindley. It was hard not to see her when they had the babies out in the backyard and you can hear puppies. And I had to go and snuggle puppies, and then I fell in love with Brindley and we got her for free. It was kind of nice. We go way back like Cadillacs. The shade is moving quickly. I'm very, very warm. It is a beautiful day. Beautiful. Same Ace Space. Yesterday I bought Bella here, my Shih Tzu, a Thunder shirt because she's been the last few nights been sticking to us like glue, shaking. Um, so I got her a Thunder shirt yesterday. So she came to bed with me wearing that because fireworks are going off like into the night. And then our other dog, Brinley, apparently is scared of them now too. They never used to be. Neither of them never used to be. Bella is 6, Brinley is 4. Never used to be scared of them. But Brinley destroyed our front door on the outside because she was tied up outside to go to the bathroom. And my husband had gone down into the basement to hook up our new washer and dryer. And while he was down there, people were setting off fireworks, and she was freaking out so much she destroyed our front door. So today, when hey, Mr. J, today when I stopped in at work, we weren't open, but we had to feed the animals at the store, clean them up and feed them and everything. And the manager allowed me to take a Thunder shirt home for Brinley, which I will pay for tomorrow. So, yeah, they're both very nervous about these fireworks. So my husband slept in the chair in the living room last night with Brinley. Brinley was in the chair snuggled up with him. And I was like, why don't you just stay there with her? You know, not a big deal. So he slept the majority of the night in the chair with Brinley, and Bella was with me. I think we are, Angela. My husband, when I was at work, yesterday for 12 and a half hours, he went and did grocery shopping. And usually on occasions like this, he'll barbecue, especially on the weekend when he's home. So even when it's not a special occasion, if it's really nice and it's the weekend and he's home, he'll barbecue. So I'm assuming that is um, what we're gonna be doing. How did she wreck the front door? We have like this decorative trim on it, and she ripped it off. She ripped the decorative trim off our door. You hear the dogs across the street, Bella? You want to say hi to everybody? Huh? Yeah, you walked out of the shop. You want to say hi to everybody? Yeah. Yeah. There's Bella. Hi, Bella. Say, I'm scared of fireworks. I am. My baby. I'm so scared of fireworks. Don't you like it, Mama? The dogs across the street are getting in trouble. Don't you bark too. That does just get them going again. They'll hear you. Aw. Your car's name is Bella? My coworker just got a puppy from work yesterday. He's a little poodle, little baby. He's so sweet. We got him in on Friday, and she fell in love with him and brought him home. She paid $3,500 for him, but she had the money saved up, and she didn't finance or anything. She bought him outright. I'm like, that's a lot of money, a lot of monies. But she loves him to death. That's her baby now. He went and got his first pup cup yesterday. He got himself a pup cup. Oh, her birthday's tomorrow. Gotcha, gotcha. tomorrow I don't work except for I'm going in long enough to give 6 puppies back their vaccines that they're due for, and then leaving again. But I am definitely clocking in for the time that I am there to give the vaccines because I don't have to. I'm being nice about it. Corporate showed me how to do the vaccines, and they just happen to be due on the day that I don't work. But I will go in for the 20 minutes it's going to take me, if that, because it'll probably be longer just because I'll probably talk. But I'll go in there, give those 6 puppies their vaccines, and then be out again. And I don't have to be in there at a specific time. I'll probably go in there about 10 o'clock. Bella Nova. Oh, that's so sad. Ooh, you gotta get in there early, Angela. Yuck. I'm not in the shade anymore. Again. That is really sad. I can't stand. We had, when my son was 8 years old, a little girl here. They didn't go to the same school, but they were the same age. A little girl had been killed by her babysitter. Um, and it rocked our city. Like it was horrific because he not only killed her, he dismembered her and put her body parts in his freezer. Just like she was a beautiful little girl, and just it was so devastating, and it really is not very far from where I live. Like it's a good only 10 minutes from my house where she lived. 10-15 minutes from my house. It just ugh, it was awful. For the first few years we had balloon releases, not just in memory of her, but in memory of any child that had been murdered. Um, just, it's so awful. Like the law enforcement was traumatized by what they found. Like that kind of thing, murders happen here, but the murder and dismemberment of a child typically does not. So that really rocked the worlds of our law enforcement too. Oh, my husband's home. Yep, I agree. Did he forget something? He went into the driveway and then back out of the driveway. I don't know what he's doing. Give me a second, guys. Yeah. Say hi. It's like, nope. All right. He just decided to park on the street because he needs a spot. There was nobody there and on the side, and he needs a spot for the grill. So there's our answer. We are grilling. But he wants to put the grill where he had parked the car. Oh, that's so sad. Isn't it? Like the mother, she trusted that guy with her daughter's life. Oh, they turned on the AC. Um, trusted her daughter's life to this guy, and they just thought she was missing, not dead and in his freezer. So very, very, very devastating. Her name was Aliana. Are you getting hot, Bella? Do you want to go back in the house? You want to go see Daddy? Go see Daddy in the house? You're panting. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to let her back in. She can get some water, see her daddy. She misses him when he leaves. She gets anxiety about when he leaves, especially when he's leaving for out of town because she sees his suitcase. But let me go let her in. Come here, Bella. All right, I'm back. And I am not sitting in any shade. Woo-wee. It is warm. It is warm. I'm glad you guys joined me today. My first. We stole your spot. My husband took his spot on the road. Or maybe not. Maybe he was going to just park there anyway in the driveway. But this is the first time I've really had to relax since Thursday because I worked so much Friday and Saturday. And I'm glad that you can join me for that. But I'm going to skedaddle, I think, because now that my husband is home, optimize, visiting with each other and stuff and talking and all of that while he's home. Because he'll be leaving again. I think he's still going to be home tomorrow, but then he'll be leaving again. So, got to make the most of it when he's here. Anywho, hope you guys have a wonderful 4th of July if you're in the US. Wonderful day if it's just a normal day for you. And I will see you guys next time. Maybe I'll do I just waved and you can't see me. Maybe I'll do a live on a nature walk this week. We'll see. But Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk with you later. Bye, guys.